Petrol prices are set to increase in just a matter of hours as the federal government reduces the fuel excise discount. Let's go live to Nine's Madison Scott in Annandale for us this evening. Maddie, what's the advice for drivers?
Pete, if you need fuel, fill up tonight because from tomorrow the price of petrol and diesel will be rising by 16 cents a litre as the federal government winds back their relief here at the Bowser. Now this will mean that the price for unleaded, the average, will jump to about $1.75 a litre. Diesel will be another 20 cents on that. And then come August 2, when the full fuel excise returns, that will mean that another 16 cents a litre will be added then as well.
If we're going to get meaningful relief at the Bowser, it's going to have to come from oil prices falling. The excise is only part of the increase. We need the war to end in the Middle East once and for all. We need the Strait of Hormuz to open up permanently.
Now, prices at the Bowser should not change instantly, but gradually over the next 2 weeks. And the NRMA is tonight calling on the ACCC to make sure that drivers are not being ripped off.
OK, Maddie, thank you.
And they are lucky someone didn't get killed right here as the roof collapses on the stage for the Freedom 250 4th of July celebration. This is an absolute embarrassment, complete humiliation. Trump is said to be fuming, raging, ordering that pics like the one you see in the middle are removed from social media, showing that no one is coming to his little gathering. The Great American State Fair, as they call it, it is truly an embarrassment. The lack of people, the non-interest from the citizens of this country in this whole event is one thing. But then, as you just saw, the stage falling apart. Also, the statue that sits down here at the front that some think is real or something, it's made of like plaster. It's falling apart, and they've been up there trying to caulk it together and keep the whole thing together. This is really showing what America is all about, right? Trump's faking the whole thing, and the whole thing's falling apart. No one believes in him. No one believes in this country. And this kind of shows it through and through. So he's supposed to give this big speech on the 4th of July. You can guarantee that when the cameras are rolling then, they're going to haul in busloads of people paid to be there. I can almost guarantee it as he's giving the speech. He lied and turned around and said that this place was brimming. It was packed to the brim. It has never been packed to the brim. There's very few images out there showing more than a couple dozen people at best, as you can see right here and right here. This is probably the fullest that I've seen it yet. And that's nothing for the entire mall there. And again, an absolute embarrassment. So this is what's going on with Freedom 250, the Great American State Fair. I would be weary of going up on that stage because it could fall apart and kill you.
This is why the world hates you, Israel. Because you're monsters. You're demons. You are, this is demonic.
So Kim Iverson is going to let you know why people hate Israel. Want to know? You want to know, Kurt? Why people hate Israel? I bet you have an idea.
I can't even think of a single reason, so this ought to be good.
So let's watch.
Well, Israelis continue to prove they are genocidal, saying their genocidal thoughts out loud. Netanyahu, he admits that his security doctrine for Israel is to strictly follow the Babylonian Talmud, which is kill them first.
We changed Israel's security doctrine. We initiate, we attack, we surprise, we attack them before they have a chance to do so. Kill them first.
There he is, totally admitting it. So if anybody continues to say, no, Israel's just defending itself and it gets attacked and it's just defending itself. Well, Netanyahu just blatantly said, no, their doctrine is kill them first. Here is Finance Minister Bezalel Smotrich, and he says that Gaza will remain in ruins.
We crushed them. We control between 60 and are already approaching 70% of the Gaza Strip and are destroying all the terror infrastructure there. And we have international legitimacy that there will be no reconstruction without demilitarization. Gaza will will remain in ruins if there has never been such a fundamental root canal treatment in southern Lebanon as we are doing now.
There's never been, he says, a root canal like what they're doing in Lebanon. So he's saying that not only are they going to cause the migration in Gaza, but they're doing it in Lebanon as well. Ben-Gvir saying that Lebanon, again talking about Lebanon, all of Lebanon should become the Israelis' playground.
All of Lebanon should become our playground. All of Lebanon should be our target. And they tell me, wait a second, but there is Lebanon and there is Hezbollah. I do not accept this artificial approach.
He says there's no difference between Lebanon, the people of Lebanon, and Hezbollah. They're all Hezbollah, just like they said in Gaza. They're all Hamas. Ben-Gvir recently said that for every one Israeli mother who sheds a tear for the loss of her child, basically, that there will be 1,000 Lebanese mothers who cry for the loss of their children. That one Jewish life is worth 1,000 Lebanese lives, is essentially what he was saying. This is why the world hates you, Israel. Because you're monsters. You're demons. You are, this is a demonic. This is demonic. That's what this is. There's no other word for this.
It's sad too, because that last guy, what a handsome fella to be saying such ugly things. It's sad when a gorgeous man like that. Looks like if Andy Kindler took care of himself.
This guy?
If Andy got more sun.
So I think very well said. It's a demonic mindset, and they're not hiding. It's weird. It's like they're like the mask is off. Like I used to not know this, and now it's just like they don't care now. They just know they've got Trump by the balls, so they've got the world superpower. They've got Australia by the balls. They've got Europe by the ball. They've got all the control of all these governments somehow. I wonder how. I wonder how they got control.
Well, it wasn't blackmail, if that's what you're thinking. That's the low IQ take, Jimmy. The obvious one that is true.
You know how they wrote that book about how Trump was squelching the Epstein files, and they had a secret meeting in the Situation Room without Trump about it. And the people who wrote the book had the audio tape from that secret meeting. Where do you think they got that audio recording? In the United States President's Situation Room. Where do you think they got that from? You think they got that from Uganda? Where do you think they got that from? Israel? And that's them letting Trump know, we got you. We got you. That's how they got Bill Clinton, because they had the recordings of him talking to what was her name? Yeah, Monica Lewinsky. And they've got everybody. They've got everybody. So if Monica Lewinsky wasn't sent there as a honeypot, they didn't need to send her. They got her. They got the recordings. They knew it.
Oh, everybody needs to shut up about Muslims and Haitians after the embarrassment of the Epstein thing, which should never be forgotten. Hold on to that longer than the big event that Shapiro wants you to never forget, which I haven't. I didn't forget the Holocaust or the Liberty or any of that stuff. Why is everybody else forgetting about these things and then having the nerve to talk about any other country after finding out their own country does shit like that? Do you tell yourself that it's not true? Well, you're a moron then.
Well, if you'd like to see me tell jokes about...
Where are we? It's that. Where are we? It's that.
You okay?
Okay, give me up on the way, okay? I'm just gonna need a little bit.
I'm sorry, my best friend.
Okay, they're coming in as fast as they can. Is she awake? Okay, ma'am, is she awake?
You sure on the phone? Okay. She's awake. She's awake.
Okay. Is she breathing?
I'm watching for the gator. Yes, she's breathing. I'm watching for the gator right now. Guys, there's shadows. It's going away. You okay? So strong, love. Talk to me.
Okay, and when did this happen?
Right now, 4 or 5. Put me on that guy 4 minutes ago and pull me up.
What it is?
Yep. Okay. 4 minutes ago. You gotta see me. It's going away. Okay, come on.
The gator went away?
Okay, it's going away. We're gonna have this here. Ready? Okay, hold on. Hold on.
Are you guys walking or are you guys just staying there?
Yes, we picked her up. Pick her more. Hold on. Stop.
Okay.
Read just. Okay. Ready? 3, 2, 1, up.
Okay, can you guys allowed to stop walking?
Okay, so we stop walking. We try to get rid of the gator or get away from the gator.
Okay, and how bad is the bite?
Horrible. Her arm is dislocated. Almost as it dislocated. Both her arms.
Both her arms are bitten?
Are off, like basically.
Today we are hearing from brother of the woman attacked and killed by alligator in Seminole County.
We now know she was 31-year-old Brittany Clark. West News' Kennedy Mason is live outside of the Bar Street trailhead where this attack happened. And Kennedy, her brother says she's no stranger to the water.
Her brother says that their family grew up near the water, even spending time in the river. He says he can't believe that this happened to such an amazing human being.
She was a beautiful person, you know. She was a friend's friend, and she was an amazing sister, as anybody could ever ask for.
Nate Clark is heartbroken over the loss of his 31-year-old sister, Brittany Clark. He says she was thriving in Orlando after moving back post-college graduation.
She was working at a construction company, and they were building all the roads for Florida. And
Clark was hiking with her boyfriend and best friend at the Little Big Econ State Forest Sunday afternoon. Officials say they stopped in 3 feet of water to cool off, and an alligator attacked her.
my reaction to that was distraught. I was in shambles. I had a very, very hard time believing it was real life.
Brittany's boyfriend stepped in trying to get her out of the gator's mouth, which Nate says he is incredibly grateful for.
He was there for my sister when I couldn't be, and I appreciate that a lot.
The gator eventually let go. She lost both her arms and died on the way to the hospital. Nate says no one ever thinks something like this will happen to them until it does.
And how does your family move on from this?
It's definitely a hard time. It's a very hard time, but we are moving forward. We're trying our hardest.
And Clark's family is trying to get the money to pay for her remains to be sent back to her family in California. I'm live in Seminole County. Kennedy Mason, West 2 News.
All right, Kennedy, now FWC killed 2 gators in that area. They're doing tests now to confirm if one of those is the animal that attacked.
A warning about one of the latest social media trends making the rounds.
We are now learning an Oklahoma family is grieving their 15-year-old daughter who passed away after taking part in the Benadryl challenge. News 4's Hunter Elise has her story.
Her eyes and her smile, the way she could just do her hair, very characteristic. Her personality.
That was Richard Presson, a heartbroken Enid father, talking with News 4 last week as his daughter Leah was fighting for her life in the hospital. She tried a TikTok trend, referred to as the Benadryl Challenge, promoted as a way to experience hallucinations. Leah began having seizures and was rushed to the hospital. This week, a sad update on Leah. Her dad posting on social media saying, due to circumstances beyond our control, we will be planning a separate celebration of life for Leah, going on to say our only focus is honoring Leah, sharing memories, celebrating the beautiful person she was, and surrounding one another with love as we remember her life.
I just want everybody to be aware to where they can educate their kids that these challenges are just silly and they need to be educated so it don't happen again.
Child psychiatrist Dr. Chandler Hicks stresses how children often don't recognize the danger of social media trends, so the conversation needs to be ongoing with them.
If your child is using iPads or on Roblox or other different gaming devices, they may be exposed to bad things, and so you should start that conversation at a really early age. Some of it can just be being naive, being young and not really understanding the consequences. Some of it can be attention seeking. Some of it can be peer pressure related.
And he wants to remind parents that setting a screen time rule and putting them away at night is helpful. And always watch your child's behavior for changes.
If you notice the child is more isolating, if their peer group is changing, if they have had a change in performance at school, they were an AB student, now they're a DF student.
Advice to prevent popular trends from having devastating consequences for your family. Hunter Elise, Oklahoma's News 4.
Hearts go out to that family. Leah's celebration of life was held just a few days ago.
Her father's post went on to share more about his daughter, saying, "Leah wouldn't want us to be sad, and we have all shed enough tears. Thank you to everyone who has reached out, prayed, supported us, and loved Leah through all of this. Your kindness means more than words can express."
For centuries, life has been something that humans could only study but never build. And now scientists say that they've assembled a living-like cell from chemicals, pushing biology into some pretty uncharted territory. It can perform vital biological functions, including growing and replicating their own DNA. But is this really artificial life? Our next story tells you more about this fascinating scientific development.
It begins with something too small for the human eye to see. No heartbeat, no brain, no organs, just a tiny bubble of carefully arranged chemicals. Yet inside it, something extraordinary is happening. Scientists have created a synthetic cell called Spud Cell, built entirely from non-living chemical components. Instead of modifying an existing living cell, researchers assembled its basic building blocks from scratch, creating a system that performs several of the essential functions associated with life. The artificial cell can absorb nutrients from its surroundings. It can grow, it can copy its DNA, and under the right conditions, it can divide into new cells. These are some of the defining processes that allow living organisms to survive and reproduce. But does that mean scientists have created life? Not quite. Researchers are careful to draw a distinction. Spud Cell is not a fully living organism. It cannot evolve independently, survive outside carefully controlled laboratory conditions, or carry out all the complex functions of natural cells. Instead, it is a simplified model designed to help scientists understand one of biology's biggest mysteries. The human body has 37 trillion cells, more than the number of stars in the sky, and scientists still don't know how every different cell type works or what exactly they contain. How does life emerge from non-living matter? The lab-created Spud Cell can have practical applications, including making medicines, delivering targeted treatments, cleaning pollutants, and producing sustainable materials. However, it also raises ethical and safety concerns, requiring strict oversight as synthetic biology advances. Spud Cell is not man-made life, but it marks an important scientific milestone.
What if your next close companion wasn't a person, but actually a humanoid robot? Chinese robotics company UB Tech has unveiled a new generation of AI-powered humanoids designed to provide emotional companionship for single people and also for the elderly. The company has said that the robots can build lifelong relationships, offering unconditional loyalty and support through artificial intelligence. Take a look at these images.
Authorities in Niger have arrested at least 16 people after the country introduced new penalties for same-sex sexual relations, according to a judicial source who spoke to Reuters. Those detained reportedly include senior customs and police officials as well as several civilians. Under the new law published in March, same-sex sexual acts are punishable by 5 to 10 years in prison and fines ranging from about 18,000 to 180,000 US dollars. Same-sex marriages could carry prison terms of up to 20 years, while people operating LGBTQ organizations face fines of roughly 90,000 to 900,000 US dollars. The judicial source says the operation is ongoing and could extend to locations such as military barracks and college campuses. The Nigerian government has not commented. The move follows similar LGBTQ legislation introduced in several West African countries, including Senegal and Burkina Faso.
Days after Sudan declared a cholera outbreak in its West Kordofan state, the World Health Organization says at least 120 people have died from the infection. And there have been over 1,000 suspected cases in isolated war zones across the country, which has seen more than 3 years of civil war. The Flashpoint West Kordofan state is the dividing front line between zones controlled by the army and those dominated by the paramilitary Rapid Support Forces. This is Sudan's third wave of the waterborne disease in as many years and began only 2 months after the last outbreak was declared over in March. Cholera is endemic to the country, but the WHO says it now faces near-continuous outbreaks due to the conflict, constraints in access for response teams and limited supplies. Sudan's rainy season is set to surge in the coming weeks, during which cholera cases balloon as the rains further impede access for millions to clean water. The WHO says its operations are further hampered due to a shortage of funding, having received only a third of the money it needs for this year.
We've had a brain drain in this country. We need smart people to come back, and we need policies and politics from this parliament to bring back people, to bring Albania, to make Albania for Albanians. Not for the oligarchs, not for this government, not for any corrupt official, and not for anybody else, but only for Albanians. And it's not just about Zvernets, it's not just about Vlora. That was just a spark that ignited the fire that started this massive protest. It's been 33 days in a row that we've been protesting, fighting to defend our country, our land, and our honor as Albanian people.
We want transparency, we want to protect our nature, we want to cancel the law that gives the protected area to the investors, and we want to give up the government because they are corrupted and they have done a lot of terrible things to this country.
Widespread flooding has killed at least 59 people in Ivory Coast since the particularly heavy rain season began in mid-May, a government spokesperson said Wednesday. Each year, the rainy season from late May to late July brings landslides and flooding that kill dozens, especially in poorer neighborhoods in the country of 30 million people. Flooding is a recurring problem in Abidjan, the economic capital and home to more than 6 million people. Rapid urban growth has led to widespread informal housing in flood-prone areas. The city saw more than 10 people killed in just 2 days, the government reported on Monday. For several years, the government has been carrying out sometimes harsh eviction and demolition campaigns, saying it is targeting precarious neighborhoods in flood-prone zones. Even then, some 20 people were killed in Abidjan's Atecoup neighborhood, where some victims had returned to sites previously cleared by authorities.
Excusez-moi, monsieur.